welcome you to the Raleigh County Convention Center. Tonight, Video Productions presents what we think is going to be an outstanding heavyweight showdown basketball game between the Bluefield Beavers with a record of 9-2 and the Beckley Flying Eagles with a record of 7-6. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, this is a big-time matchup. This will be the first of two games. As a matter of fact, the two teams will meet tomorrow in Bluefield in less than 24 hours. But we think we got a great game here. Bluefield comes in on a 7-game winning streak. They are 9-2. Beckley on a 2-game winning streak. They are 7-6. And here's something amazing, Eric, that I found this out today. This is the 159th meeting between these two teams that dates all the way back to 1918. And Beckley leads the overall series 122-36, but Bluefield has won the last three.
Wow, that's a big margin right there.
And it is, hey. And and I spoke with the Zach Helton, who's also a part of Video Productions. He'll be doing the game tomorrow, the Bluefield broadcaster. And him and I were talking about that before you got here. And I'm saying I knew that Beckley had the lead, but I didn't think it would be that big of a difference. But I think that came a lot through the 40s and 50s. Back, of course, when Bluefield was AAA, I think it was the late 80s, early 90s when Bluefield went from AAA to AA. Now with 4 classes, Bluefield is AA, Beckley is 4A.
Right, yeah, but if you still add it up to years, you can go to the 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
You go to the 70s and 80s, there's still some.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But all Bluefield, this particular program or team is worried about that, 3 in a row that they got going now. And that's all that matters. And Beckley really needs to get off the snide. I think they lost a close one down at Bluefield last year.
It was tight here last year.
It was tight here and to the end, but yeah. And I think tonight will be the same way.
And what I think makes this game even more intriguing, Eric, like I said a minute ago, they're going to meet within 24 hours. It's a makeup game. So tomorrow they're going to meet at 6 o'clock at the Brush Fork Armory, Bluefield's home court. And, I think if you're a coach, obviously you want to be able to sweep, but really, especially it's really important tonight for Beckley. You got to be able to hold serve on your home court. Yeah,
and that's what we talked about the other night with Beckley. You got to start winning these winnable games, at home, and it was a good start with beating a tough Huntington team. You know how athletic that Huntington team is, and this will be a mirror image right here because we had a chance to see Bluefield and Huntington go head-to-head, and, Bluefield can match anybody in all 4 classes with their athleticism.
But since that loss to Huntington for Bluefield, they've ran off 7 in a row, and they've really got their mojo in that winning streak. They beat a really good Oak Hill team just the other night, and they beat Shady, who had just come off a win against Beckley. They beat Shady by 16.
Yeah, and I had a chance to view that game, and the game wasn't as close as the final score. Bluefield really controlled it from tip to the final buzzer.
And, Eric, what I think is going to be a great matchup, when you look at Bluefield on paper, R.J. Hairston's the team leading scorer at 18 a game. Then you got Cameron Gore at 17 a game. And then you look on the flip side for Beckley, you got Elijah Redfern at 24 a game. You got Kobe Dillon at 16 a game and Zion Hawthorne at 13 a game.
Yeah, and you have 3 in double figures, and you really need production. I'm going to use your line. In the big games, your big players have to play big minutes, and that's what it boils down to tonight. They need contributions, of course, from all the role players, but the big guns need to come out firing.
And here's what I thought was kind of different. I don't know how much you had a chance to look at the Bluefield roster. They are a senior-laden team. Out of their 12 players, they have 7 seniors. But here's what's ironic to me, Eric. The other 5 are all sophomores. They have no freshmen and no juniors. And that's how many times do you see that where you have your whole squad is just made up of 2 classes?
Yeah, that's a wild scenario right there. But it's something to build on. At least you got 5 returning players. In the would you say sophomores? And the sophomores coming, but those 7 seniors have seen a lot of basketball, state tournament action, and I know 3 of them are really, really good football players.
Right, and the other senior, of course, we talked about Gore and Hairston. Sincere Fields is an outstanding football player. But here's the thing. Out of their 7 seniors, their starting 5 are all seniors. So they got 5 starting seniors, like I said, a very experienced group.
Yeah, experience going against, they called them the Young Eagles, but now the Zion Hawthorne and Kobe, those guys are sophomores with a lot of game time and game experience under their belt, and they're just getting better and better each game.
Both teams going through their warm-ups. It's Hall of Fame night here tonight in Beckley. And also, Eric, you may or may not know this, prior to the game, Elijah Redfern will be honored as he went over 1,000 points. He's going to receive a plaque at midcourt prior to the tip of this game tonight.
Yeah, I did not know. I knew he went over 1,000. You know, had he not been derailed early with that broken hand, I think he would have went way up the scoring chart, possibly being on school's all-time leading scorer at the rate he was scoring the basketball.
So both teams are still going through the warm-ups. We'll take our first Beckley Auto Mall Dutch Miller pregame break, and we'll get you ready for Beckley and Bluefield at the bottom of the hour here on Video Productions.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert Z. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Hey, grab me one too.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Co. Infinity Co. offers a no premium and no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. You can apply for a job with Infinity Co. Company. You can go online to the Facebook page at United Co. Company, or you can pick up an application at the Guard Shack located on Independence Road in Sophia. Also, the ball game tonight brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. They're having a Sweetheart Futuristic Bowling Night coming up on Saturday, February the 10th. That'll go from 10 o'clock to midnight. $17 a person, $32 a couple. And you can call Leisure Lanes at 304-253-7328 to reserve your lanes. And, boy, they're almost sold out, so you need to make that call. But one thing, Eric, that I was talking to you about during our commercial break that we had mentioned in our first segment, this series between Beckley and Bluefield, as we mentioned, this is the 159th edition of it. It goes back to 1918, and ironically, the President of the United States at that time was Woodrow Wilson.
Wow, so that's a good factoid right there.
That's a real good nugget.
It was a real good nugget.
And I think the only person that you and I know, Eric, that's probably been around for every game since 1918 is our colleague and friend Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, Bill O'Brien. Yeah, he was the first play-by-play guy for that series.
And the reason I have to say that, Eric, I'm told all the time, no matter where I go, whenever Bill does a game, for whatever reason, he's got to insert me in there in some way, somehow. And I know he's only kidding, so it's like back at him. But Bill was probably around in 1918, and he probably had the golden microphone broadcasting that very first game.
That's right.
But, Eric, both these teams are a lot alike. And first of all, let's get your take. Buster Large, his second go-around, a veteran coach. And this is a very good, very athletic Bluefield team.
Oh, very good, very well coached. Buster Large has a great coaching staff. That's what's good about both of these programs. A lot of the head coach gets a lot of the blame and the glory, but you're only as good as your assistants, and both teams have great assistants. And like you said, they're mirror images of one another. And sometimes, when you try to oppose your will on one another, the team that makes the least amount of mistakes usually comes out victorious.
Well, like I've always said, and you touched on it, I think your best players have to be your best players. Assuming that is the case tonight, I think it'll come down to which bench or which role player can step up, and that might be enough to maybe get one team to victory lane here tonight.
Yeah, and whoever comes out, you gotta make shots early, get that rhythm going, and that's a key early on in any hotly contested program. Neither team wants to fall behind early and have to dig out of a hole.
And I'm sure both teams are playing for tonight. They're not looking ahead tomorrow. And if you're just joining us, we mentioned that in our first segment. These two teams will play again tomorrow at the Brush Fork Armory in Bluefield, and that'll be a makeup game. And that game will tip, Eric, at 6 o'clock. So by the time this game ends, within less than 24 hours of this game starting and ending, they're going to play again.
Yeah, and it's a true home and home right there. Like you said, I think the NBA's been trying to do a couple of those games, to cut down on travel time or whatever. Right. And yeah, this is exciting for the kids. Whoever loses, whoever doesn't come out victorious has a chance tomorrow to right the ship, right?
Well, especially if you're Beckley and you lose at home, because, that's what we talked about on top. You got to protect the home court. But here's the thing. Both teams play in the Armory. Both teams mirror one another, and we think we're going to have a fabulous game. Both teams still going through the warm-ups. We'll take our second pregame break. We're getting you ready for 9-2 Bluefield against 7-6 Beckley. We'll tip at the bottom of the hour. Coming up next here on Video Productions.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
Football season is starting and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing!
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
West Virginia Orthotic and Prosthetic Center provides orthotic and prosthetic devices, promoting the highest level of personal and professional patient care. West Virginia O&P has a state-of-the-art fabrication facility where devices are produced, customized, and fitted in-house by our fully certified staff. We are honored to have the opportunity to work with our veteran population, providing them with the highest level of care and support. We are conveniently located in Beckley, just off I-64 at the Brookshire Lane Medical Park. Please call for a free evaluation or contact us online.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing Jackie Moon on camera. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. If you have a plumbing problem, you need to know this number right here at 304-253-HELP. Modley's Plumbing and Heating. Also, the ball game tonight brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel with 2 locations in Beckley and Princeton, and had breakfast there this morning. Love me some pig with Cracker Barrel. You know, Eric, also tonight is Hall of Fame night, and you are well acquainted with the 3 new members getting ready to go into Beckley Basketball Hall of Fame, and they are Ty Walton, Stephen Thompson, and Noah Hancock, and you can let our audience know how well you know them.
Oh, yeah. Well, Noah and Stephen Thompson, you know, that's family. I know they hear it a lot on the broadcast, but, yeah, a lot cousins, and well-deserved, all 3, and Ty Walton. You know, had not been for, you know, a knee injury he battled back from, excellent ball player. All 3, you know, helped lead Beckley back to the state, you know, tournament in their respective classes. But you know how it is in Beckley. If you didn't win a championship, you know, they don't even want to talk about it.
Well, and it's been a while since Beckley. In fact, they haven't won a state championship since 2008. In fact, they haven't been to the championship game since 2013. So, but all it takes is one trip to the state championship and to win it, and perhaps this is the year. Who knows? I mean, there are a lot of quality teams, but I think Beckley may not be in the driver's seat, but I think they're in the car.
Yeah, you know, and one thing is getting healthy and playing together, get some games under the belt. But, you know, these last couple of games is preparing you for that state tournament run at least. You know, you had Huntington, you got this Bluefield team, who I think I looked at the last poll I saw, they were the number 1 team, you know, deservedly so.
They're 3 now.
Oh, in the –
yeah, I saw it today.
Oh, today?
3. Yeah, number 3 now.
Number 3?
Yeah. 3.
Bluefield?
Bluefield number 3 in AA. In fact, I can pull it up. I normally don't dive into polls because I just don't think that really tells really who you are as a team. But give me a minute here because I do have it. I'm not just telling you that. I do actually have it, and I got it right here. Or I did have it. Let's see if I do. And I'm going to pull it up. This was sent to me. Yeah, right there. Bluefield is currently ranked number 3 in the latest AA poll, and I had the whole poll, and I'm not sure if I got it, but I do know that Bluefield is ranked number 3. But as far as that goes, I don't think that really matters whether you're 1, 2, or 3. They've got a really good team.
Yeah, and if they're number 3, I'd like to see number 1 and number 2. So yeah, but anyway, a top. You know, a state championship contender in their respective class.
And I'll say this, Eric, and I think you'll agree. Just forget about classes. 4 classes in the state of West Virginia. Definitely Bluefield is in the top 10 and might be a safe bet to say they're top 8.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
So both teams have gotten off the floor, and we're going to go through their final instructions in the locker room. We'll take our final pregame break. We'll come back, and we'll have the starting lineups and get you ready for the opening tip. And by the way, like I said, Elijah Redfern they'll have a little ceremony there prior to the tip. He's going to get a plaque for going over 1,000 points, and we'll catch that as well. Coming up next here on Video Productions.
Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience, 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Indoor Air. Indoor Air, for all your heating and cooling needs, your Amana dealer. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of high school sports in the great state of West Virginia. You can dial them up at 304-890-2212 at Indoor Air. Also, tonight's game brought to you in part by Edward Jones Financial Advisors. You can call Heather Cantley at 304-254-9995. Well, Eric, we're going to ask you to put your coaching cap on. First of all, if you are in the Bluefield locker room and you are a fly on the wall, what do you think that you might have heard veteran coach Buster Large tell his group?
I think he's going to have to get R.J. Harrison going early and really try to take advantage. I don't know if he typically has a size advantage, but he does a lot of work on the glass and get him going early on.
Yeah, speaking of R.J. Harrison, he's Bluefield's leading scorer at 18 a game, and Cameron Gore at 17 a game, so that's a big 1-2 punch.
Yeah, and Cameron Gore can really shoot the lights out. I had a chance to watch the video production broadcast of the Bluefield Shady game, and he really lit it up.
So now on the flip side, if you're in the Beckley locker room, what would Ron Kidd have said to his troops?
Oh, I think he really, really wants to take care of the basketball. They've cut down on their turnovers, but they have to really match everyone's intensity on the glass. I think that's the key to a lot of their victories from here on out. Really, really hitting that glass and getting out and running in spots. And I think they'll, be fine.
I would agree with that. I think who can win the rebounding battle, the bigs, also who can play the best half-court defense. Because I think at times the game's going to settle down and teams are going to have to make plays in the half-court game because we know that both teams want to get up and down the floor. Bluefield, they may or may not. I'm not sure, and Eric, you can weigh in on this. I'm not sure if Bluefield wants to play as fast as Beckley. Maybe they do.
I think both teams like to run when the opportunity's there, but Bluefield can run out of their set offense. They run a great offense, low motion offense, and I think it's not imperative for them. I think they'll try to press some in spots, and as will Beckley, but it'll be a good game of cat and mouse early on to see who imposes their will early.
And the one thing, Eric, I think you'll agree with this, I don't think we're going to see much zone tonight. I think we'll see a lot of man-to-man.
Yeah, I think so. You'll see some man-to-man, but, hey, so it wouldn't shock me. We didn't think we'd see a lot of zone in the Huntington game, and we did, and I think that was a big key to Beckley pulling that victory out by, pulling that feather out of their hat, playing a little 1-3-1 zone.
Bluefield here with a little bit of different look. black trimmed in red and white. Of course, the color of the school is very similar to Beckley, like a maroon and silver and white, maybe with a little touch of like navy blue, but I've never seen this color formation for Bluefield, having Bluefield across the chest there. Like I said, white numbers, Bluefield across the chest in black trimmed in red.
Yeah, you got to come out with those alternate uniforms. All the young men like the alternate uniform.
So there is the buzzer, and like I said, we're going to have a ceremony. And I'm not sure if we're going to have the national anthem first and then the ceremony. We'll probably have the anthem, the ceremony, and then the player introductions. We're going to keep it here and see because we do want to catch the award, but it looks like we will have the anthem. So if we're going to have the anthem, we will go to break and then come back and show you the festivities, and that looks like to be the case. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back and get you ready for Beckley and Bluefield coming up right after this on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center in Beckley. Beckley Athletic Director Andrew Pinnick out there at midcourt. He's got a basketball and a plaque that he will present to Elijah Redfern for going over 1,000 points in his high school career.
Yeah, well-deserved, hard-working young man. Elijah, he's a basketball lifer. He's been in the gymnasium. I remember him in basketball, YMCA basketball, and,
And, Eric, you may know this because you're closer to Elijah Redfern than probably anyone else other than maybe Coach Kidd or the other coaches on the bench, Coach Folks or Coach Dillon or Coach Lewis. But people ask me all the time, well, where will he play at the next level of college? I haven't heard, and maybe you might have some insight on that.
Well, I do, but, he still has a lot of options and, just play this season out, and he'll land somewhere. And whoever gets him, you want to get a good basketball player.
And you might not be at liberty to say, and that's fine, because people ask me all the time, and they think I'm holding out, but I really don't know. But you're right. Whomever ends up getting Elijah Redfern, wherever he goes, whatever level he plays, that team is going to get a very good basketball player and a very good young man.
And a good, a competitor. Not only do you want a basketball player, you want someone that gets after him, and he does.
So we're ready for the player introductions. Bluefield, like I said, if you were with us throughout our pregame show, they are a senior laden team, Eric. They have 7 of their 12 players are seniors, and ironically, the other 5 are sophomores. They have no freshmen and no juniors. I don't think in all the years that I have done basketball games, 34 years, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, me either. I'm with you. You at least have to have a freshman or a junior, but as they introduced, Sincere Fields and this Cameron Gore right here.
Yeah, and
player.
You can see it on the screen there. It'll be Fields, Gore coming in at 17 a game.
Hey, you know what? Not to interrupt you. There's something I've seen tonight that the refs did not come out. Instead at half court where they're greeted by the players.
Right.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
And I see the officials back over behind the Beckley bench, and they'll be out. But here's Bluefield starters. Like I said, it was up on the screen there. It was Fields, Gore, Harrison, Samoski, and King. Now Beckley, they are being introduced to the crowd. Kobe Dillon, averaging 16 points a game, shooting an amazing 90% from the foul line.
Yes.
Zon Hawthorne at 13 a game, 83% from the foul line. Jalen Walton, I think for Beckley to win, they got to have a big game on both ends of the floor from Jalen Walton.
Yeah, Jalen needs to stay on the floor for sure. When he got saddled with a little foul trouble early on against Greenbrier East, he can't afford to set out those extended minutes in this game.
Nazir King, who was inserted in the starting lineup a couple games ago, has played really well in that role.
Yeah, he really has, and he's embraced it, and he's a team-first kind of guy, and he needs to be big on that glass and help against R.J. Harrison.
And, of course, rounding out the starting five for Beckley, Elijah Redfern, 24 a game and shooting 86% from the free throw line. So it looks like Beckley might have a slight height advantage, but what Bluefield maybe lacks in height against Beckley, they make up in athleticism and quickness.
Yeah, and toughness, too, because anytime you have crossover players, we had a chance to see Sincere Fields a few times in football. He ended up having to take over the quarterback role, for that Bluefield team. So very tough young man, and Cameron Gore has got some size and can shoot it. And you know what you get with R.J. Harrison.
Yeah, and Harrison in the center circle, and he'll jump against Jalen Walton, and we're moments away from getting the ball game started. So it's round one, Beckley and Bluefield. Round two tomorrow at 6 o'clock at the Brush Fork Armory in Bluefield. Ball's in the air, and the tip is controlled by Bluefield. So Bluefield will have first crack at it. Like we said on top, Eric, we'll see a lot of man-to-man, and that's how Beckley will start out. There's a drive to the basket. Little short shot won't go. The tip won't go. And the ball is loose. It's out of bounds to Beckley.
Yeah, but Beckley battled right there, but it looked like Bluefield was going to have a chance to get a second try. One and done is the key to early on in this game.
But I like the aggressive play to take off the dribble by Brett Samoski, and he was able to get to the rim. He just couldn't get the shot to go down.
Yeah, good look. Just didn't get it to fall.
Redfern into the lane, off the window, up and in. Back the other way comes Bluefield. Trying to get the ball to Harrison.
Yes, you see. Is this a little? No, it's still man.
And I think Bluefield likes that matchup with King defending Harrison.
Yeah, they got him on the switch. They're going to try to bring Harrison with the high ball switch as Beckley almost turns it over.
Yep, in the lane, and there's Fields, and he makes a wild shot and draws the foul. The hoop and the harm. Sincere Field, he was very sincere on that one.
Yeah, I think that's going to be whistled on Zion Hawthorne. Yeah, just wrong place at the wrong time right there, and Hawthorne hacked him in the act as Fields gets a chance to polish off a three-point play.
What a nice play by Sincere Fields, and he does polish off a three-point play. Bluefield their first lead of the game. They get the ball to King. King spins, tacks the basket. He's blocked from behind. He wanted a foul, no whistle, and Bluefield comes back the other way. Here's a three for Bluefield. Good, the three by King.
A 6-0 run.
Yep, they've got the three-point play the old-fashioned way and a three ball for the Beavers of Bluefield.
And that ball looked good, shot it with confidence when it left his hand.
Beautiful pass by Redfern to King for the finish. And that's one thing, Eric, we've talked about in these games that we've done is the scoring that you get from Redfern, but how about that pass right there?
Yeah, great no look as a wild shot by Bluefield. I think Samoski.
Yeah.
Samoski shot that. And
there's that last play.
Yeah, and you're right. Right back to what you said, Redfern does not get enough credit for how he passes the ball. That's why I think on the next level, his court vision will really, really help a team because he is a point guard first, that can score.
Right, and he can score when they need him to score. As they double team him, does Bluefield, and they knock the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley. Good aggressive defense by Bluefield.
Yeah, and I can see the game plan as the coaches pointed out. Once Elijah gets that dribble handoff right there, they're going to run two people at him, but that also can open up some shooting lanes for Kobe Dillon if he can get into a good spot and spot up.
E.J. Washington will check into the Bluefield lineup. Redfern on the drive, pulls up, dumps it down to Walton, in traffic, head fake, puts it up, and scores. That was a nice, nifty pass once again. Beckley in tight end. Walton able to finish.
I like this, the way the flow of the game is. The refs are letting them play, down low. You got to earn it going up.
Bluefield shoots for the lead. It doesn't go. Hawthorne comes out of there with it as Gore missed the shot. Beckley on the move. Dillon on the drive. Great defensive play that time by Washington. Able to knock the ball away from Kobe Dillon.
That's one of those plays that if the refs don't call it, but I don't think it was a foul, but most of the time they anticipate that you're going to hit that elbow on the reach right there.
Here's a three ball from the near corner. Doesn't go. And Beckley had the rebound, and they control it. And then Bluefield steals it away with Gore. Gore into the lane, little short shot, hits the front of the rim. Hawthorne with the rebound for Beckley.
Yeah. You have to be smart with the basketball. All the quick hands on this court tonight.
Yeah, you got to be strong with the ball. Here's King on the baseline, knocks it down.
Nazir King playing with a lot of confidence, man.
Bluefield had a 6-0 run. Now Beckley with the 6-0 run. I'm glad you're with us here on Video Productions. First of two meetings between Beckley and Bluefield. The next meeting tomorrow, less than 24 hours at Brushfork. Harrison on the drive, right to the basket with the left hand. That's a smooth play.
Well, nice and quick, explosive.
Yeah, great job by Harrison as he switched to the offhand, the left hand for the bucket. Hawthorne a little pull up on the baseline. Beckley back in front.
And you like this if you're Beckley earlier. You already got contributions from 4 of the 5 starters.
And the one thing you said, Eric, they're letting them play. We've only got the one foul. Is Redfern comes up with the steal. Can he stay in bounds? He can, but then he turns it over.
Wasn't that a kick ball?
Back the other way comes Bluefield. Harrison had a mismatch down low. Washington will dial up for 3 at short, and Redfern will come out of there with it. Redfern takes it all the way in, lays it up and in. Beckley right now on an 8-0 run.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that R.J. Harrison didn't recognize that he had Kobe Dillon pinned on that last play.
And he was just like 2 feet from the basket. There's a 3 straight away.
Can't leave him wide open like that.
Battle for the rebound. Dillon comes out of there with it. That was Glenn Keene. Beckley on the run. A lot of contact, no whistle. Now they call an offensive foul on King.
And that's the correct call. Right there, if you're Nazir King, you have to pull up and just shoot the sweet little jumper off the glass right here. Kobe gave it to him the right jump stop and shoot it off the glass.
Yeah, the referee's right on it. So Beckley's got 2 team fouls. Bluefield yet to commit a foul. We're right at 2.5 remaining opening quarter. Beckley currently on an 8-0 run. Here's Gore. If you're Bluefield, you really got to get him going. They got a switch now.
This R.J. Harrison on the switch was wide open. Got to be able to pull the trigger on that pass. Good half-court defense right now by Beckley.
Harrison with the head fake, tacks the basket. In traffic, his shot's blocked. Good Beckley defense to collapse on Harrison.
Zion Hawthorne with the.
And Hawthorne turns it over. But you're right, it was a really good defensive play. So we watched the instant replay here. And now there's the turnover right there. And Coach Kidd, I don't think he's quite happy with that last call of a turnover.
Yeah.
Beckley, like I said, good help defense. Here's Gore.
Can't leave him wide open like that.
And he missed it. He had an open three. He's missed a couple open threes.
Yeah, but you don't – not too many times want to do that.
And
wow,
Hawthorne,
quick hands.
And the ball will stay with Beckley.
Quick hands out here on the floor. And Beckley right here, you know, you can extend this lead, run some offense. And since that 8-0 run, Beckley – or 6-0 run by Bluefield, Beckley's outscored them, 8-2?
Yeah. Here's Kobe Dillon with it.
Tell you what, they're sticking to Kobe like glue. That's one thing that they're not doing. They're not leaving them.
They're not leaving it open. Redfern turns it over. Here's Fields on the run out. He misses the shot, but he'll draw the foul. And that's big because that's the second personal foul on King.
Yep, and is quickly getting Drew Fitzwater in the lineup. And with 122, that's big because King has been able to body R.J. Harrison, and what you gain with Drew Fitzwater, you definitely gain some height, but you lose that quickness, Maris, on the defense. And we have two people coming in. Preston Clary also comes in for Beckley.
Yeah, I think I said an 8-0 run. It's an 8-2 Beckley run, and Fields missed the first of two. Second free throw is good, and he's able to get one of two. Kobe Dillon off a screen. Now they got Harrison all over him.
Yeah, on the switch. You have some on a mismatch down low.
Walton backs in. They double team him. Tough shot. Count if it goes, and he draws the foul.
And that was an old school bank shot. I love it. But they exploited the switch right there.
You're right, Eric. They saw that. The smaller players, not one but two smaller players. And like I said, Walton with a nice little kiss off the glass for the hoop and the harm.
And that foul was picked up by Glenn King.
Walton. Yep, he cannot convert the three-point play. Here's Gore with it. Fields will dial it up for three. A splashdown. Sincere Fields knocks down a three. Clary for three. Back iron, no good. Harrison with the rebound. Bluefield with a chance to tie or regain the lead. Harrison had the ball stripped.
Now it's 42 seconds left. Let's see if Beckley will maybe hold this for one.
Well, the way they've been playing, I would almost say no. And now they open up the floor. There's Kobe Dillon for three. It's not there. Bluefield now with a chance to perhaps take the final shot of quarter number one.
Yeah, Kobe's first wide open look, and he usually knocks that down. So, yeah, the two sharpshooters right now, and Gore and Kobe are combined with probably 0 for 3 from three.
Last 10 seconds of the first quarter. Bluefield with a chance to tie or regain the lead. Do they know the clock? Gore on a drive.
Nice ball fake.
For the tie, he doesn't go, and that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of one, it's Beckley 14, Bluefield 12. We'll be right back for the second quarter right after this on Video Productions.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Infinity Coal. Infinity Coal operates an underground mine, a surface mine, and a preparation plant in both Raleigh and Wyoming counties. You can pick up a job application at the Guard Shack located on Independence Road in Sophia, or you can go to the Facebook page at United Coal online. Well, Eric, that was one heck of a first quarter. Beckley will have the first possession of the second quarter and up two.
Yeah, not a lot of turnovers. I think maybe two each. for the teams, and just real good basketball.
Yeah, and King, the only player in foul trouble with 2. Walton inside, he'll draw the foul as Walton will get to the line. It might be Hairston who they'll call that foul on.
Yeah, definitely R.J. Hairston's going to get whistled for that, and that will be his first and team's first of the quarter. But Jalen Walton 0 for 1.
So Walton to shoot a pair.
At the free throw line, as he was not able to cash in on the and one earlier in the first quarter, Maris. He knocks that for
And Eric, one of the things that you notice that our audience can't see at the Beckley bench, King is now taking a seat, but he's in Grimston. He looks like he was kind of hobbling there as he's on the bench with 2 fouls.
Yeah, and I think it was on the charge that was picked up against him. He fell hard to the floor, and that'll be a big blow if he's not able to get back in the game as Walton knocks down both free throws.
Here's Washington on the drive. They cut him off. Hairston for 3. That's too strong. Walton with the rebound. Beckley on the move. Redfern right down the lane, and he throws it away.
Well, that was a great play by E.J. Washington as as a trail, he ran to where Kobe Dillon was, and good look, but better defense.
You're right. Washington, he ran to where the ball was going to be as Walton with a nice hustle play. And as Fitzwater comes up with the loose ball, as Walton with a great play on the entry pass.
On the tip and able to gather it as what a drive.
Redfern, that shot's a little wild.
Good drive, not able to finish.
And that's when he's at his best, when he's driving like that to the basket, even though, like you said, even though he didn't finish that one. Here's Sincere Fields with it. Good Beckley defense. They turn him over.
Got numbers here.
Redfern whips a pass to Clary, and he's stripped, and no, there's a foul. Clary will get to the line. I think it'll be a 2 shots.
Yeah, it's got to be going up for 2.
Well,
yes.
We got to wait and see. I don't want to be too quick.
I spoke too soon. You're right.
But you were correct. And I thought the same thing you did.
He was in the
act of shooting. So Preston Clary will get to the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair for Beckley. Clary's free throw is good. And he shoots in the high 70s for the season from the free throw line.
Which is disappointing for him because he is a 88 to 90% free throw shooter usually.
Second free throw, he got them both. And right now, this is the largest lead of the game right here at 6, and a timeout on the floor. It's going to be a full or a 30. It'll be full. We'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Dependability isn't a piece of hardware. It's peace of mind. It's the confidence you get from knowing that every time you get behind the wheel, you're in a vehicle that's capable and reliable. Dependability isn't driving just any brand. It's driving the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Grab the one thing that everyone's loving, and as it happens, they come by the dozen. Everybody loves it, and everybody knows it. Everybody loves a donut.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And right now, Beckley enjoying its biggest lead of the game. They're up 6, 18-12, 6:42 for the half. Coming up at halftime, Bill O'Brien will be our halftime guest. Bill, our colleague, and we'll have Bill on. And Eric, I'm going to ask Bill about the first game played between these two teams. He was probably there in 1918.
He's going to give you the play-by-play.
Hairston, a little sweet jump hook in the lane.
See, you utilized your timeout, nice set play to stop the bleeding for Bluefield.
Redfern on the drive. He finds Clary, spots up for 3. It doesn't go, and here comes Gore with it. Bluefield on the move. They had numbers, and they turn it over. Redfern back the other way for Beckley. Redfern shaking and baking into the lane. Walt makes his move on the baseline. Dillon on the drive. They cut him off. Really good defense by Bluefield. Walton will spot up and shoot a 15-footer and knock it down. And you know, Eric, that's one of the guys you and I, we talked about back in the pregame show, the guy that really had to step up tonight.
And he has 8 in the game, in the contest. But I think this thing I'm seeing out of him lately, since that second half of the Shady game against these bigger teams, he's really stepping up his game.
As Harrison misses from the head of the lane.
Kind of growing up, so to speak,
yes,
offensively for sure.
Kobe Dillon dials it up for 3. Got it! Kobe Dillon in the biggest lead of the game right here at 9. That was a nice set play. Dillon come off a screen and able just to catch and let it fly. And he does what he does best, knock down threes. Here's a drive on the baseline. That's not going to go. I could tell that when Keene shot it, that wasn't going in. Kobe Dillon on the drive into the lane. They cut him off. Walton. And that was a bad pass.
Yep. Kobe got caught up.
Gore and the left hand, and that's a good thing that Kobe Dillon, you either foul them before they shoot it or you let them go, and Gore able to finish.
I was about to finish, but Kobe Dillon got caught up. Didn't know whether to shoot it or pass it.
Clary got his shot blocked. He got it back, and then Bluefield comes out of there with it. One thing, if you're going to take the ball inside, you got to be strong with the ball.
Yeah, definitely. R.J. Harrison with a great swat, and Bluefield's trying to cut back into the lead.
Gore attacks the basket, loses the ball. And Beckley triple teams him. Here's Keene for 3. That's an air ball. And the ball's knocked out of bounds, and the ball knocked out by Fields. It'll be Beckley's
You have
ball.
to be strong with that basketball when you bring it down and let these smaller guards on both sides, quick hands, deflecting passes and really causing havoc.
Zion Hawthorne will check back into the Beckley lineup. Hawthorne with it, trying to maybe get the ball to Fitzwater in the post. Redfern a step back 3. Doesn't go. The rebound will stay with Beckley.
Yeah, and as I think that was Samoski.
Yeah.
He was boxing out, and the ball really just came on him as he was boxing Kobe Dillon out of bounds, and just unfortunate play for him.
So Beckley will keep it. Beckley's biggest lead has been 9. They lead by 7 now. And even though, Eric, we don't have a lot of scoring, it's been a very exciting game.
Yeah, but this is two teams playing some serious defense. You got to be strong with the basketball.
And Redfern attacks the basket. It'll go as the ball just rolled around the rim. I wasn't sure. I couldn't call that too soon. And the lead back to 9 equals the largest lead of the game. And there's a Beckley foul, a reach-in foul on Walton.
Yeah, from behind. If you're Walton, you had good position as we look at the replay as the ball utilized all the ring around the rosy.
Yep. So it'll be a common foul, and that's only the first foul on Beckley in this quarter. Here's Gore for 3, and he got it.
Cash money right there.
Well,
5 points for Gore.
As you said, Eric, if you keep leaving Gore open, he's going to make you pay, and he finally hit one.
Those are wide open.
Walton on the drive into the lane.
Got away with a travel.
Hawthorne now. Shot doesn't go, but he'll draw the foul and get to the line.
Yeah, and that's going to be picked up on, I think, Keene. If that's Glenn Keene, that'll be his second.
And you are correct. Team's third.
Team's third. And you know what I like, what I'm seeing out of Zion Hawthorne? He's not settling for the long J. He's utilizing his what I think his strength is, really getting to that mid-range and getting in the lane and getting to that free throw line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think off the dribble he's really good. He's an 83% free throw shooter. He makes the first as Kobe Dillon will check out. Clary back in, and he got them both. And it's an 8-point lead. Beckley's led by as many as 9 on a couple occasions.
Yeah, the Bluefield, quick firepower. Look for them to try to go to R.J. Harrison right here and maybe pick up another one on Jalen Walton. Another dangerous cross-court pass right there.
Beckley's half-court game has been really good here in this first half.
I mean, Drew Fitzwater's picked up some good minutes for Beckley as he's been able to. That's
a foul, yeah.
Yeah, a good post up right there. He had R.J. Harrison and Elijah
on his back.
Redfern pinned.
He had him pinned. You're right.
What they call pinned.
And, you know, it's only the first foul in Redfern, only the second team foul.
I actually think it was a good foul.
I was going to say, I think if you're Coach Ron Kidd, you'd rather have that than maybe an and one because he had him back, as you mentioned there.
Yeah, I was about
he had him pinned
we're
toward the
finishing
basket.
each other's sentences because that was going to be easy too. The strength of him and as deep as he was.
Here's Gore with it. Into traffic, and the little short shot goes for Hairston.
In this quarter, 7 points, 9 points scored by Bluefield. Their two leading scorers are stepping up big. Wow, I thought that was
sailed into the second row here behind us.
As Cameron Gore has 5, and R.J. Harrison has 4 in the quarter, Mares.
Here's Clary with it. They get the ball in the post to Walton. The ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Beckley.
Dang, Preston Clary's limping around. We might need the mash unit here in this first half for Beckley.
So let's see if Beckley will bring Kobe Dillon back to finish out the half. Walton with it now, trying to back his man down low. Little short shot. Doesn't go. Got his own rebound. Put it back up. A lot of contact. That won't go. And Harrison comes out of there with the rebound.
Definitely letting them play.
Yeah, I think it was a good no call.
It was a good no call. What a no look, too.
Yeah. Not a very good pass, and it's a turnover. Redfern down the lane. Clary the trailer. Into the lane. He lost control of the ball, and he got bailed out. He'll get to the line.
That's going to be on Samaski, I think.
I think maybe it is. Yep.
Yeah, that'll be his first. But Keene was in the area. I think they were holding their breath. I didn't see. Oh, Keene walked over late. But you're right. Preston Clary got bailed out by the foul right there as he was losing the basketball.
So Clary at the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. And the first one looks good and is. There's, I mentioned, Kobe Dillon back into the lineup. And, Eric, you would think the way this game's going.
They're going small here.
Well, for you want Kobe Dillon there for the offense coming down into the last minute of the half.
Yeah, and not only for his offense, what a great defensive player, too, Maris, with his quick hands. And he really gives them a lift defensively as well. So Preston's a 4 for 4 in the quarter.
So Clary knocks them both down, coming up on the final minute of the first half. Biggest lead's been 9 on a couple occasions. Beckley leads by 8 now. Hairston, they cut him off. Good defense. Fields will dial it up for 3. It's short, and Kobe Dillon with the rebound.
Now, if you're Beckley, you got a chance to go up double digits here. Know the situation.
Walton, they cut him off.
Yeah, I'm glad that was a good reset.
They find Hawthorne, 3 ball, and it's good. Zion Hawthorne with the 3. Biggest lead of the game right here. And a turnover. Beckley with numbers, 3-on-1. Redfern has the ball hit, but it's a Bluefield foul on Fields, and Redfern will get to the free throw line.
Well, Redfern, let's watch the 3 right here as Redfern drops another dime as Zion Hawthorne's playing big in this first half as he has 7 points for Beckley to lead the way. No, excuse me, Jalen Walton has 8.
So Elijah Redfern will get to the line for Beckley to shoot 2. And the first one is good.
Now, for Beckley, if you're Beckley here, you don't want to, out of this make, you don't want to do anything to pick up a cheap foul here if you're Redfern or Jalen Walton.
With that free throw made, Eric, it's been a 20-point quarter for Beckley. They have their biggest lead of the game at 13, the final 12 seconds of the half. Bill O'Brien will be our guest at halftime. Down low, Hairston, he goes up and scores off the glass.
Great dish, and Hairston with 6 points in the quarter.
Final second, will they get it off? They will not. It won't count if it goes, but it didn't go, and Beckley will take a double-digit lead into the locker room at the break. It's Beckley 34, Bluefield 23. We'll be right back after this on Video Productions.
Dependability isn't a piece of hardware. It's peace of mind. It's the confidence you get from knowing that every time you get behind the wheel, you're in a vehicle that's capable and reliable. Dependability isn't driving just any brand. It's driving the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Grab the one thing that everyone's loving, and as it happens, they come by the dozen. Everybody loves it, and everybody knows it. Everybody loves a donut.
Every bite, better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to Beckley. We'll recap the first half. Beckley leading 34-23. Recapping the first half brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road of Beckley. They're having Sweetheart Futuristic Bowling on Saturday, February the 10th from 10 o'clock to midnight. $17 a person, $32 a couple. And you can call Leisure Lanes at 304-253-7328 to reserve your lane. They're going quick. Also, recapping the first half is brought to you by Indoor Air. Indoor Air is a proud sponsor of high school sports in Raleigh County for all your heating and cooling needs. You can dial them up at 304-890-2212. Well, it was 14-12 Beckley at the end of the first quarter. They led by as many as 13. The lead now is 34-23. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have Bill O'Brien up next, and we'll talk to him coming up next here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Dunkin' is here with your holiday helpers. Peppermint mocha and toasted white chocolate signature lattes. A touch of delicious holiday magic to help you seize the season. Sip through the holidays with signature lattes at Dunkin'. America runs on Dunkin'.
Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with 2 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
And we welcome you back to Beckley. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera, and as we're talking, you can see at center court, they're having the Hall of Fame ceremonies. 3 new players going into the Beckley Basketball Hall of Fame, and that's Ty Walton out there now. Stephen Thompson was out there before, and then we'll have Noah Hancock. But our halftime guest, Bill O'Brien. And Bill, you know, you've been around forever and ever and ever. So back in our pregame show, I mentioned, and I don't know if you're aware of this, this is the 159th meeting between Beckley and Bluefield. They started all the way back in 1918, and ironically, Woodrow Wilson was the president in 1918. I know you're a historian, so I got to ask, as I told Eric, I said, I think Bill called that game with his golden microphone in 1918.
I was there and did play-by-play. Of course, radio hadn't been invented yet, but I did it in my own head. I think the first actual play-by-play was in 1921.
Wow. Well, the first question I have for you, and then we'll have Eric jump in here, and I was really surprised that Beckley's lead in this series is 122-36. Of course, you probably have saw most of the Beckley Bluefield games through the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and up until now. So when did Beckley really get a stranglehold on this series?
I will tell you, Maris, that Bluefield, and I know we have viewers from Mercer County, and they know about the sports tradition in Bluefield. Bluefield's always been a football city. They have always felt football is first, basketball is something that you play, so you'd be in shape for football. And so Beckley took advantage of that. Beckley's been a basketball town all these years. Yeah, the Flying Eagles have won several football titles, but as you know, and as we can see above the arena here, Beckley has more basketball titles, 16, than any other school in the entire state.
Yeah, so you're saying you were there in 1918, right?
I was there. That's right.
Eric, I think you have a question for Bill.
Yeah, when I was talking to Maris about the Bluefield series, you pretty much answered my question, because I remember the days of the old WSWP broadcast, and I used to stay up late at night and watch those games with, like, Bluefield viewers would know this, Cortez Martin, those guys. Yeah. And those guys were just all-state football players that played basketball. So it's not really a question because you answered it because you're so good. But
I knew what you were thinking. That's right.
You already knew what I was thinking. And so that's why it's kind of been lopsided over the course of the series. But this Bluefield team now has won, 3 straight?
3 straight. And, Bill, that would be my question, is we'll have a little extended halftime. You were able to take in the first half. Beckley led by as many as 13. The lead's 11 now, 34-23. Your take of the first half.
Well, I would tell you the second quarter is what did Beckley so much good, as the Flying Eagles held Bluefield to 9 points. And they sort of got in the flow. It's good to see the bigs doing so well for Woodrow Wilson, the way they rotate the 3 guys around the basket. And the guards seem to complement that routine now, that rotation. So it looks like Beckley now has got everybody healthy. Everybody knows their role. Ron Kidd knows when to push the button for substitutions, and it's all showing up now on the scoreboard.
And, Bill, I think that's an excellent point, because Beckley had a 20-point second quarter, but I think it was more about what they did on the defensive end of the floor than on the offensive end.
Well, they did, and what was good about it, too, not only the defense, but they were creating turnovers. They were stepping in the passing lanes. They were doing all the right things you need to do. So, this Beckley team looks good. Let me tell you, Bluefield has a very, very nice team. I know you said that in the pregame show. And Buster Large, who is one of the really fine coaches in Southern West Virginia, this is his second go-round coaching the Bluefield boys. He also coached the Bluefield girls at one time and also coached in Princeton. So he knows Mercer County basketball, and he's got this program up to where he feels they should be in the state tournament every year.
And, Bill, what's wild, maybe you know this, maybe you don't, these 2 teams are going to turn around and play tomorrow in Bluefield less than 24 hours.
Yeah, this is an NBA kind of schedule.
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Except in 2 different cities.
Right, because they're going to go to, like I said, Brush Fork and Bluewell. And, Beckley has to hold serve. That's what Eric and I talked about. So Bluefield's thinking if they don't get it tonight, then they got to hold serve at home tomorrow.
Well, that's right. And Brush Fork Armory is a very good home floor for Bluefield. Actually, they have 2 home courts. They have a high school gym, which is the smaller venue, and, of course, then the Armory there at Bluewell, just outside Bluefield. And it's tough to win there, so Bluefield loves to play on that court.
Yeah, well, Bill, we'll let you go. I know you got a busy day tomorrow. You'll be here at the Raleigh County Convention Center, WU Tech Women at 1, and the men's game at 3 here on Video Productions.
I'll be there about 1:15. We'll be on the air, so join us.
Yeah, and Eric and I will be at the high school. We'll have the girls' game, Beckley and Parkersburg Big Reds.
Always a business doing pleasure with you.
Thank you, Bill. And we're going to take a break. When we come back, Eric will go inside the numbers. Beckley leading 34-23. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident.
Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Northside, where everybody rides. Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC Route 19 in Summersville on Northside Drive. Brand new professional grade GMCs for less, including ready for work heavy duties, Chevy Silverados, Equinox, and more at Northside. A new generation of luxury is here. Experience the new Buick at Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC Route 19 in Summersville. Browse our enormous inventory now at northsidewv.net.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment champion mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
We're going to go inside the numbers of the first half, and inside the numbers are brought to you by Edward Jones Financial Advisors. Heather Cantley, give her a call at 304-254-9995. Also brought to you in part by Modley's. Modley's Plumbing and Heating. The only number you need to know if you got a plumbing problem is 304-253-HELP. So for all the numbers of the first half, here's Eric.
Thank you, Maris. Bluefield only scored 23 points in that first half, but their big guns really showed up in the second quarter because R.J. Harrison got rolling, and he leads the way with 6 points. No, excuse me, Sincere Fields had 7 in the first quarter, so he leads Bluefield in scoring. And the second leading scorer on the team, Cameron Gore, only has 5, but he was able to get loose, for 1 3, but he missed a couple of threes that he usually knocks down. And the disadvantage right now, I think, for Bluefield is they've not been able to get to the free throw line. They shot 3 free throws, and they were 2 of 3 in the first half. For Beckley, on the flip side, they had a lot of balance. They were led in scoring by the 8 points of Jalen Walton, who was 2 of 3 at the free throw line, and Elijah Redfern has 8 points, and he's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. The rest of the scoring rounds out like this: Nazir King with 4, Preston Clary with 4, all coming from the free throw line, and Kobe Dillon with the big 3 that I thought that got Beckley ignited in that second quarter on the biggest run where they had to push this to double-digit lead.
You're right, Eric. And when Bill was talking, he said that they held them to 9. Actually, it was 11. Beckley outscored them 20-11 in that second quarter. And the thing that I'd mentioned to Bill, and you were listening, Eric, I think as good of a quarter as that was for Beckley offensively, I think it was even better on the defensive end.
Yeah, on the defensive side, and what you stated was correct. They did a good job of communicating and help, and I only got caught a couple of times on the switch with Kobe Dillon on R.J. Harrison, and Bluefield was not able to take advantage. But look for Bluefield in the second half to really take advantage of those switches and really try to get R.J. Harrison in some high ball screens where Kobe Dillon and whoever Kobe is guarding, and they're going to have to, communicate whether they're switch or stay.
Well, I think the first couple of minutes of the second half will be very important. Beckley's lead is 11. They led by as many as 13. And we're ready to start the second half.
And Beckley's going back to the way they started the game.
And Bluefield, Eric, will have the first possession of the third quarter of the second half. So Bluefield looks like they're also going to start the second half the way they started the game. So Bluefield will have first crack at it here in the second half. We're ready to go. So we'll see what Bluefield will cook up on this opening possession. They're trying to post Gore up. Good team defense by Beckley. Gore will drive the baseline. Once again, good team defense. They cut him off, and Beckley turns him over. Get the ball down. Walton, great hands. Nice defensive play that time by Gore.
And he was standing out of bounds where that would have been off of Jalen Walton's feet. But good recognition by Kobe right here on the pin down. Just you can't be nonchalant right there if you're Walton right there. You got to catch that and go up and score.
Yeah, Bluefield has too many athletes, too quick. And if you're not strong with the ball, they're going to knock it free as Hawthorne dials up a 3 and hits.
Wow, big game. Hawthorne is stepping up. That will be back-to-back threes dating back to the second quarter for Hawthorne.
Yeah, it's biggest lead of the game. And we got a foul on Beckley, and that's on King. That'll be his third.
Wow, that was King trying to take the charge, and that's early. That you can't really take a chance as we see Hawthorne dials up to 3. And that's big. You know, Beckley has a decision right here. This is the 7-13 mark of the third quarter. You're going to leave him King in with the 3.
Yeah, he's got to learn to see if he can play with 3. If not, they haven't sent Fitzwater to the scorer's table. So Gore on the drive. Here's a 3 ball, good. That 3 is dialed up by Glenn King.
And that's his second 3 ball since of the contest, and much needed.
Redfern on the drive. He'll draw the foul and get to the line. Good job by Elijah Redfern.
Yeah, taking what the defense gave him, attack the crease.
And, you know, that was going to be a really difficult shot, but once he heard the whistle, he knew what to do with it, put it up toward the basket, and then get to the line.
And that one's going to be whistled on Gore, his first.
So Redfern at the free throw line. He knocks down the first one. Once again, these two teams in a makeup game will play tomorrow down at the Brush Fork Armory in Bluewell. That game will tip at 6 o'clock. It'll be on video production. Zach Helton will have that. And Redfern makes them both. They're all over Harrison, triple teaming him.
Here's where if you got to lay off a little bit on Harrison, make him play him for the drive, make him shoot that 3.
Fields trying to get around Kobe Dillon. And here's Harrison on the drive. Attacks the basket and lays it up and in. What a great move by Harrison.
Challenge on the shot too by Walton, but just a good strong finish by Harrison.
And a nice soft touch to get it up on the rim and get the basket. Kobe Dillon on the drive. He's offensively, he's been a little quiet tonight.
Well, they have somebody in his hip pocket, that's for sure.
Hawthorne on the drive. King will dial it up from 15, in and out. Boy, that's a hard break miss. A good look. There's a drive to the basket, and it'll be a Beckley foul.
Yeah, I think they're going to whistle Zion Hawthorne there.
As Glenn King will get to the free throw line. We'll watch the replay there, Eric. And I believe it is Hawthorne.
No, I think they whistled it on the red fern.
Yep, his second.
Yes.
Team second. Free throw's no good. And that's one of the things you talked about, Eric, is Bluefield being more aggressive in getting to the line. If you get to the line, you got to be able to make it.
Got to cash in on the freebies.
Second free throw on its way. Missed them both. And here's Beckley on the attack. Everybody was waiting for a whistle, and there wasn't one as Hawthorne misses the 3.
Yeah, wide open look. Got to keep taking that. That was Samoski dials it up.
Yeah, he had a good look, and he drains the 3 ball. You know, Bluefield just trying to hang around here.
Yeah, but that's a big 3 to cut it to single digits right there.
Right, because they were down as many as 14, and here's a steal by Gore.
Had his pocket picked, Elijah Redfern did right there.
Gore and Kobe Dillon comes back with the steal, but he's out of bounds. As Preston Clary will check into the Beckley lineup.
As we watch here, what a good job by Dillon. Yeah, definitely out. But that's one of those plays I always say he makes. He has way quicker hands than a lot of people give him credit for. He gets a lot of deflections and steals.
Gore for 3.
Got us
Splash
a game.
Down. And Bluefield has trimmed the lead to just 5. They were down as many as 14 not that long ago, and Beckley wants a timeout, and they'll take it. So we're a tick under 5 minutes for the third, and what was a 14-point lead has been trimmed to 5. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
West Virginia Orthotic and Prosthetic Center provides orthotic and prosthetic devices, promoting the highest level of personal and professional patient care. West Virginia O&P has a state-of-the-art fabrication facility where devices are produced, customized, and fitted in-house by our fully certified staff. We are honored to have the opportunity to work with our veteran population, providing them with the highest level of care and support. We are conveniently located in Beckley, just off I-64 at the Brookshire Lane Medical Park. Please call for a free evaluation or contact us online.
Well, Eric Beckley had led 37-23, just seemed like just a minute ago, and now it's 39-34. So that's an 11-2 Bluefield run to cut the lead to 5.
Yeah, and they've done it by way of the long ball, Maris. And the only hiccups they've had, Bluefield, in this quarter is missing 2 free throws, 2 gimmies, and right now they did what they needed to do by the 5-minute mark, cut into that double-digit lead, and we have ourselves a ball game now.
Yeah, because you knew that Bluefield was going to make a run at it. So here's Beckley out of the timeout. See if they have a set play. Here's Clary off the screen. They get the ball to Hawthorne, catch, shoot, and score. That was well designed as Zion Hawthorne trying to keep Bluefield at bay. Beckley needed that out of that timeout. Gore off a screen, into the lane. Little fall away, won't get the roll. The loose ball, and there's going to be a Bluefield foul.
Yeah, it's going to be on Fields. And Walton did not get that rebound, but what a job of getting up with Harrison and getting the tip.
So each team has committed 2 team fouls. Beckley led as many as 14. The lead's been cut in half at 7 now. Clary thought he was going to take it all the way to the basket. They cut him off. Redfern on the drive. Good help defense. Hawthorne for 3, and it doesn't go.
Didn't catch that clean.
Right.
Good looking shot as Hawthorne gets the steal.
Well, momentarily the steal, and not yet. And that's going to be a Beckley foul, I believe, on Clary. No player can really get a hold of the ball, Eric, and then Clary with the foul. I think that's a good call.
Yeah, it was, as he was a little late to the party.
Late to the party,
late to the loose ball.
So that'll be the first foul on Clary. That'll be the 3rd Beckley team foul. And Eric, I don't know if this makes a difference. You can see if you look up at this clock, the shot clock, if that would be a distraction to the players where it's kind of blinking on the Beckley end. That's never a good thing for a shooter.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know why you would be looking way up there.
Well, just saying. Well, maybe the fact that it's flashing, though, might be a little distraction.
Catch their eyes.
Bluefield inbound on the baseline.
Oh, mismatch right here on the pin down.
And that's where they're trying to go. Samoski will dial up a 3, and it's an air ball, and Kobe Dillon runs down the rebound. Redfern, and he's fouled going down the lane.
Yeah, is that going to be on Fields? If that's on 2, that'll be his 3rd. 2 in a row. Sincere Fields picks up 1. Got to dig in the bench. Right here.
So Washington will check into the ball game for Bluefield. They're going to leave Fields on the floor.
Okay, so E.J. Washington checks in for Samowski.
So here's Beckley. Hawthorne on the drive into the lane, stops, little 8-footer, and got it.
That's when he's at his best. I hate to keep reiterating that, but 14 points for Hawthorne, having a well of a game this evening.
Here's Bluefield. Trying to get the ball to Harrison in the low post, and Beckley steals it. You know, Beckley on ball pressure has been really good here tonight. Clary for three. Back iron, long rebound to Gore. Bluefield on the move. Beckley those back. Harrison will drive the baseline and will draw the foul on Walton.
Yeah, bodied Walton, got caught leaning a little bit, and that'll be his second, team's fourth.
So on the next Beckley foul of the quarter would send Bluefield to the free throw line.
Way to attack by Harrison once he got that ball.
I'm not sure what we got.
Maybe some blood on, blood on Clary.
Blood on Preston. Yep, his arm's bleeding.
Yes.
So I don't know how long he has. I think they probably see if he has to come out of the game. And I guess they're going to wrap him up real quick.
I hope that's not too tight.
Yeah.
Cut off the tourniquet, cut off the circulation.
Yeah. Well, good thing it's not his shooting hand, right?
That's right. We got to leave that free.
Yeah, or his shooting arm, I guess I should say.
At times they've been wanting to cut my shooting arm off.
Yeah, because you shoot too much. Now I'm not sure what's going on. Redfern now comes. Now he
guess he has blood. His blood's high.
You know, to me, I would think they either have to substitute or take a timeout. I mean, I think that because now they're going to just try to wipe the blood off.
Nah.
I mean, you can't hold. I mean, I understand if it's a quick fix, but you don't want to hold the game up. Yeah, they're going to have to get Redfern out of the game. Like I said, you either gotta make a quick substitution or call a timeout, and now they'll put King into the ball game.
I think they're going to have to switch shorts.
Yep, and down low for the bucket is Hairston. Hawthorne on the drive. The floater goes.
Beautiful drive by Hawthorne. 16, wide open shot for King.
Yep, and Harrison gets the rebound for Bluefield. Harrison on the drive, and they steal it away. Kobe Dillon with it. The ball's knocked free, and that will be a Bluefield foul.
That's on Sincere Fields. That's going to be his fourth.
That's the fourth team foul on Bluefield.
They called it on Gore.
Yes. They whistle Gore with the foul.
I see on the replay here, I think Fields should be thankful as we see the replay. No, it was Gore. It was definitely Gore.
So coming up on the final 2 minutes of the third, here's Redfern on the move, shaking and baking. Tacks the basket, puts it up. It's swatted. Great defensive play by Bluefield. Harrison with the block.
Good help defense by Harrison as Gore was beat. And Elijah Redfern was not able to elevate.
Three from the corner is short. Battle for the rebound. Beckley comes out of there with it. Clary ahead of the pack will attack the basket, and he'll miss the shot, but he'll draw the foul by Gore.
Way to hang in the air as Gore picks up his third now.
And the fouls are starting to mount up.
Yeah, good recognition by Kobe Dillon getting that ball out on the fast break.
So that's going to be a two-shot foul anyway, but with 1:37 left in the quarter now, Bluefield is now over the limit. So Clary will shoot a pair, and he knocks the first one down and gives Beckley a double-digit lead again. Beckley is led by as many as 14. Bluefield has been able to get as close as 5, and the lead back to 10 right now. Clary's been excellent from the free throw line tonight for Beckley. Second free throw, got it. Oh, I knew he was going to make it. You thought I was going to jinx him.
Oh, hey, slapping the floor. Where is Coach Barksdale at? He has to be smiling seeing that. That's the old Beckley defense right there. That was the signature back in the 90s.
And I think that's what's gotten Beckley this lead is how they've played on the defensive end of the floor. And as Gore, they cut him off. Fields on the drive. Tacks the basket, lays it up and in. That's a nice move by Sincere Fields.
That's his 9th point and a big bucket right there.
Redfern on the drive to the basket. Finds Kobe Dillon for three. Too strong. And Harrison skies high for the Bluefield rebound. Harrison on the move.
Well, Harrison is fast with the basketball.
And they get the ball inside. And there's a Beckley foul as that'll be Glenn Keene getting to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
And that's big. That's going to be on Redfern. That'll be his third.
Yep.
So the fouls are starting to mount for both teams.
That's right, and Eric, into the fourth quarter, you're going to have a lot of key players on both sides going to be in foul trouble.
Yeah, you have Sincere Fields and Cameron Gore with 3 each for Bluefield, and Elijah Redfern and Nazir King with 3 each.
Apparently there's some blood because now it looks like Harrison's going to have to come out because they're saying he's got blood on his elbow.
Well, so he might be the one bleeding.
Well, either he's bleeding or he rubbed up against one of the Beckley players who is bleeding. But it looks like Harrison, he's got to come out of the game. And that's what I say. If you can get a quick fix, you either call a timeout. If you can't get the quick fix, call a timeout, or you got to take the player out of the game. So with 52.6.
And great sportsmanship here by Beckley's trainer as they're fixing up R.J. Harrison. But Coach Folks probably say, hey, man, don't work on them too fast. That's just a joke.
I know. All right, it'll be Glenn Keene at the free throw line. He makes the first of 2. Well, Harrison, he wasn't gone too long as he'll check back into the ball game. Or will he?
Now they're saying that Redfern has to come out as well. Somebody.
Well, Redfern has, he's on the sideline, so King back in. They're trying to get the blood stain out of his jersey. I know some teams carry 1 extra jersey that you are allowed to do. Even you can start the game with 1 number. If you do get blood on your jersey, you can finish the game with another.
Right. Man, don't want to finish with another number. He playing good in this 12.
Well, if you want to, but if you want to get in the game.
Yep.
So the lead is 7 as both free throws were made by Keene.
Oh, I thought that was a steal, Mayor. Sorry.
Here's Beckley with it. Final 40 seconds of the third, and let's see if Beckley will hold it for the final shot. And the ball is stolen away. Dylan Kane handled it cleanly, and there's a foul. And that's going to be free throw time because Beckley's over the limit.
Yeah, uncharacteristic turnover right there. The spacing, maybe too,
Well, the foul's on Kobe Dillon as well.
Yeah, that will be his first.
So it'll be 2 shots for E.J. Washington. And the first free throw is good. So Bluefield has got as close as 5. They were down as many as 14 in this quarter. And if Washington can make this, they'll cut Beckley's lead back to 5. With 33 seconds left here in the third. And both free throws are made. So for the second time this quarter, Bluefield has taken a double-digit lead and trimmed the lead to 5.
And they're going to extend the pressure here.
Both teams are over the limit. So a Bluefield foul will get Beckley to the free throw line. You don't want to be too aggressive like right there. As soon as I say that, there's a foul, and that's the 4th on Gore, and you didn't want to do that because 1, Gore's got his 4th foul, and 2, that'll get Beckley to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's not a very
it's not a heads-up
play right there. You need to keep your basketball IQ going and know the situation. And although you're trying to pick up Elijah's 4th, you end up with your 4th, and that's not a good exchange right there.
Yeah, you would think you would back up and back off of him as far out as he was.
Elijah Redfern needs to cash in on these for Beckley.
And the first is good. Yeah, as long as he doesn't look up at that shot clock going wackadoo up there. I don't know. Maybe that's something the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, when he was wiring everything. He looked like a surgeon.
He is. Hey, we're pulling power right there from the shot clock.
Hey, the heavy hitter looked like a doctor performing surgery. Maybe he stuck something where it shouldn't go, and the clock is going wild. Redford makes 1 of 2. So Bluefield with the chance for the last shot of the third.
And that's a big miss because Bluefield can hit a 3 here to really dig into this lead.
They go down low to Hairston. He goes up strong over defenders and scores. Final second, count it. If it goes, no, it won't count, and it doesn't go. And at the end of 3, it is Beckley with a 4-point advantage, 48-44. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this on Video Productions.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Northside, where everybody rides. Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC Route 19 in Summersville on Northside Drive. Brand new professional grade GMCs for less, including ready for work heavy duties, Chevy Silverados, Equinox, and more at Northside. A new generation of luxury is here. Experience the new Buick at Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC Route 19 in Summersville. Browse our enormous inventory now at northsidewv.net.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
We're headed to the fourth quarter. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, the Old Country Store, locations in Beckley and Princeton. Had me some pigs, some bacon and sausage this morning. Had my breakfast at Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, a proud sponsor of high school sports in West Virginia. Well, Eric, I thank all the fans that made it to the Raleigh County Convention Center tonight. Really getting their money's worth as we go to the fourth quarter. Beckley led by 2 at the end of 1, 14-12. They led 34-23 at the break. Beckley led by as many as 14. Bluefield now, this is the closest they've been going back into the second quarter. They've cut the lead to 4 as Beckley will have the first possession here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Bluefield shot the ball really, really well from distance in that third quarter as they were able to knock down 3 3-point field goals.
Redford on the drive, nice dish down low. The shot's up and in by Walton. So really a good first possession to start the fourth quarter.
And Walton gets into double figures for Beckley, so then now they have 3 people in double figures.
Here's Harrison. These two teams will play again tomorrow, less than 24 hours. They'll be at the Brush Fork Armory in Bluewell for a 6 o'clock tip. That is a makeup game. If you're wondering why they're playing back-to-back nights, that's why.
Yeah, look for them to try to get something going to R.J. Harrison down low.
Samoski for a 3. That doesn't go. Long rebound. Harrison got it. Little short jump shot, and it goes.
What a player. 14 points on the evening for Harrison, and another big 2 off of a.
Hawthorne passes Walton all alone up underneath for the easy basket. Yeah, that time Eric Bluefield had a defensive breakdown.
Yeah, fell asleep a little bit defensively, and good recognition by Hawthorne, who's playing a complete floor game tonight.
Harrison, Washington, and it doesn't go, but he'll draw the foul on Kobe Dillon. That'll be his second, but it'll be 2 shots for E.J. Washington.
Yeah, I tell you, it's tough to draw a charge in this contest. It's bang, bang.
So Washington, and I think maybe, and I know maybe I don't know. I thought maybe Kobe Dillon was a little too deep. I know they don't use that in high school as
I'm with you there.
As a barometer of how they call fouls. First free throw was good by Washington.
I was going to say that.
Yep.
He's 3 of 3 on the evening.
And smooth as silk on the next one.
And that's what Bluefield's done, too, to climb back into this. They actually got to the free throw line here in the second half.
Now, Eric,
6 of 6.
How long will Bluefield sit Gore? Because he's got 4 fouls. Clary's wide open for 3. And it doesn't go. And Fields clears the rebound for Bluefield.
Yeah, that's a make. You got to make those open looks.
And that ball's poked out of bounds. It'll stay with Bluefield.
I think about the 5-minute mark if you're the way you're playing right now. If you're Bluefield, still in minutes with Gore on the bench. But E.J. Washington has really come in, and contributed.
Yeah, he's given Bluefield quality minutes here tonight. Harrison, I think, is the matchup they won in the post. They try to go a pick and roll that time.
And he's got him pinned. He's trying to get him to go to the weak side. Here comes the ball screen.
Right, pick and roll. Slipped it right. And that 3 was partially blocked. Walton did a good job out on that shot.
Yeah, and Walton got it. And Hawthorne, what a great catch. Have recognition to.
And Walton, and really that's the only play Bluefield had to foul Walton and sit him at the line.
Boy, don't give up any easy layups, right?
Samoski.
I could hear that through the headphones.
Yeah. Yeah, you could. That was a hard foul, but not a real.
No, not a dirty foul.
Not a dirty foul, but
just,
that's a good playground foul.
Yeah. You see Walton looking at that arm. It might sting a little bit on his free throw.
But, yeah, you couldn't, if you're Bluefield, you definitely could not give up that easy layup. Walton at the line for a pair, and he makes the first one. And now Gore back into the game, Eric, with 5.5 to go. And I guess if you're Buster Large, you'll say, look, 5.5 to go, down 5, maybe 6, and it's only 5, but think, hey, he's a senior. He's one of your leaders. You trust him out on the floor with 4 fouls. As Harrison will spot up. The shot doesn't go. Offensive rebound and a Beckley foul.
Yeah, on Preston Clary on the rebound, Glenn Keene was able to get to the spot, and Clary will pick up the foul.
So Beckley has 2 team fouls here in the fourth quarter. Bluefield with 1. Here's Gore with it now. Bluefield now going to reset their offense. Gore's shaking and baking. Washington steps inside the three-point line and knocks it down.
Washington with his 4th point of the quarter.
Kobe Dillon now with it. Cut down to 1-possession game. Beckley led as many as 14. It's the closest Bluefield's been. Redfern, he stumbles down, thought it was a foul. No foul, the ball's loose. Bluefield with it. Going in is Washington, off the window, up and in, and he's fouled. And Bluefield has come all the way back to cut it to 1 and a chance to tie the game as we watch the replay.
Just a scramble, mad scramble for the ball. And E.J. Washington's been big in this quarter.
And now King will check back into the Beckley lineup. As Clary will check out. That's the 3rd personal foul on Clary, 3rd team foul. And Washington with a chance to tie the game. And he does not. So Beckley maintains their 1-point lead. They've led by as many as 14 here in the second half.
Got to get no good spacing right now for this Beckley offense.
And this is the kind of game I think you and I thought it was going to be.
Oh, we knew it was going to come down to the wire.
Redfern on the drive, attacks the basket. It won't go. Harrison with the rebound. Bluefield on the move, trying to get their first lead since way back in the first half. And a nice defensive play by Kobe Dillon. But Fields beats him to the ball, and that will be the 4th Beckley team foul and the 3rd foul on Kobe Dillon.
They called that on Redfern. That was
Redfern,
4th.
I beg your pardon. So Redfern, that's 4 on him. As Bluefield will have the ball side out in front of their bench with a chance to regain the lead.
And I think that's a frustration foul by Redfern, one you can't pick up in this contest.
Gore spins. He leans in and he turned it over. Eric, Bluefield has not led since it was 8-6. Back in the first quarter.
Yes, and this is a big possession.
Beckley has led by as many as 14.
All the momentum is.
And that's going to be a turnover, I believe. Nope, they're going to call a foul on Bluefield.
Is that on Gore?
I'm not sure if it'll be on Gore. Might be on Keene.
Keene. Okay, yeah, Keene.
So the foul situation is 14 fouls for Beckley.
To 2.
And 2 for Bluefield. You got a ton of time left, Eric. 3:54 here in regulation.
Yeah, a lot of possessions left in this contest.
And Beckley's been stuck on 53. Hawthorne with a short jumper. It doesn't go. Battle for the rebound. And Bluefield has it with yet another chance to get their first lead since it was 8-6 back in the first quarter. Coming down to nervous time. 3.5 to go in regulation.
Well, I know what's going to happen here. They're going to get the ball to R.J. Harris.
That's who has it now. Washington for 3 in the lead, and he's got it. E.J. Washington gets the calling card out and dials up a 3. Redfern will try to answer, and he does. Three ball by Elijah Redfern.
Wow, big shot after big shot for both of these teams.
Coming up on the 3-minute mark here in regulation. Here's Harrison into the lane. Here's a three from the corner. Back iron no good for Bluefield. Keene, and Kobe Dillon comes out of there with it. And here, if you're Beckley, you really got to be strong with the ball and take care of the ball is how quick Bluefield's defenders are.
Yeah, and the one thing that Bluefield has going for them that they
Kobe Dillon, 15-footer. It's swatted away by Harrison out of bounds. It should be Bluefield's ball, and it is.
Yeah, I think Kobe right there stepped in. You know, I think he should have shot the three as we look at Redfern's answer here on the Elijah Redfern answers the three with a three.
So we got a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. It's a 1-point Beckley lead, 2:33 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And we'll tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company. Infinity Coal Company offers no premium and no deductible health insurance with dental and vision coverage. They also offer a company-paid life insurance, prescription drug coverage, and a company-matching 401k plan. Well, Eric, this game has been everything we thought it will be, as these two teams will hook up in Bluefield tomorrow evening. That's Bluefield's home court. And, wow, if they have anything tomorrow like what we've had here, and it might be a game of nutrition here because you're talking about we might even have extra basketball tonight.
Yes, and the foul situation starting to mount, as you said, and this is big possession after big possession here down the stretch. But if you Bluefield, the possession's really in your favor because Beckley, in their man-to-man defense, if they commit a foul, it's 2 shots.
Well, not only that, the possession error also in Bluefield's favor. So Bluefield can be very aggressive for those two reasons. Beckley leads by 1. Washington with the ball now. He has played really big off the bench for Bluefield.
Yeah, he scored in this quarter. They've scored 11 points, and he scored 9 of them.
And here's Harrison with it on the drive. They cut him off. Bluefield taking their time, trying to run a set play. Here's Gore into the lane. Coming up on the 2-minute mark here in regulation. Good defense by Beckley. And if you're Bluefield, Eric, you don't want to force anything.
Exactly. This is smart basketball, possession basketball. Just run some clock.
You can be aggressive on the next Beckley foul. Bluefield will get to the line. Gore thought about the three. And now Bluefield will back it back out. Gore will dial it up for 3 in the lead. Long rebound is run down by Bluefield. Harrison into the lane, tacks the basket, scoop shot, it goes, and he's fouled. Nice play, a beautiful finish at the rim that time by R.J. Hairston. And Bluefield with 1:21 left in regulation has regained the lead.
And all came off of an offensive rebound. Long rebound, Gore was able to go corral it. And now Bluefield able to go up 2 here.
And the free throw doesn't go. Battle for the loose ball. It's out over to Beckley. So 1:20 remaining in regulation, and now it's Beckley's turn as Bluefield now with a 1-point lead. Beckley riding a 2-game winning streak. Bluefield riding a 7-game winning streak.
Yeah, it's nervous time right now, Maris, for this crowd.
Redfern on the drive, tacks the basket, puts up the short shot. It won't go, got his own rebound, and he'll draw the foul. And you know, Eric, I was going to say, with Bluefield committing only 2 fouls, you can foul, but you have to be careful who would commit that foul off the drive. Is Redfern, a very good free throw shooter, 86% from the line, will step up to the charity stripe to shoot a pair.
I didn't see who that was whistled on.
They will call that on Washington, his second, team's third. Redfern for the tie. It's good. And now Redfern will shoot for the lead. If Redfern can knock it down, this will give Beckley a 1-point lead with 1:05 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Free throw on its way. Good. Beckley up 1. Let's see what Bluefield's going to call a timeout with 1:02 remaining. And let's say it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. Be right back here on Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. You keep us going. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Leanna Burnett, owner of Window World of Beckley. At Window World, we are proud to deliver exterior solutions that are beautiful, affordable, and guaranteed for life. We do things the right way. Honest pricing, no gimmicks, and thousands of satisfied customers. Call Window World of Beckley today at 1-800-NEXT-WINDOW and have your new windows, siding, and doors before winter. Window World of Beckley, family owned,
nationally known.
And we welcome you back to the Raleigh County Convention Center with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, what do you expect Bluefield to do? 1:02 left regulation. Beckley up 1, Bluefield's ball.
I think they're going to get some good spacing and get the ball to R.J. Harrison. He can face up and drive as he did on that last almost end one, and I think that's who the ball should go to. And he also makes the correct passes with the spacing, and you can knock down a 3.
Well, he's got it now. Beckley's over the limit in fouls, so if Beckley does foul, Bluefield will be at the line. We're now under a minute. And it wouldn't surprise me if Bluefield held it all the way for the final shot of the game.
It would not surprise me either.
Unless they get a layup, Bluefield can run clock, call another timeout. They double-team Gore. Field thought about the 3. I'm not sure that's the shot they want. 30 seconds left in regulation. They get the ball inside to Hairston, and Redfern comes up with the steal. And Bluefield commits a foul.
But they still got one to give.
Right, they got to foul again.
They got to foul again. You got to be able to get the ball in if you're Beckley.
Right, that's the 4th team foul, only the 2nd foul on Hairston.
I think I call a timeout here and set up my side out right.
And I think that's what Beckley coach Ron Kidd's going to do. So we'll keep it here and let you know that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes, they're having a Sweetheart Futuristic Bowling on Saturday, February the 10th from 10 o'clock to midnight. $17 a person, $32 a couple. You can dial them up at 304-253-7328. That's a week from tomorrow, so you need to do that. Also, the game tonight brought to you in part by Indoor Air. You're a Amana dealer for all your heating and cooling needs. You're a Amana dealer, Indoor Air, 304-890-2212. So, you know, Eric, the hardest thing to do is get the ball in, and you want to try to get the ball to Elijah Redfern or Kobe Dillon.
Yes.
Because you're looking at Kobe Dillon, a 90% free throw shooter, Redfern, an 86% free throw shooter.
Just got to get it in and be strong with it and be able to knock down the free throws.
And here's the thing, even if Beckley gets it in and they are fouled and they make them both, Bluefield will still have time down 3.
Yeah, but if you're Beckley, you got to draw up your best play to screen. Oh, we forgot Hawthorne. You can get it in. You have 3 clear options.
But if you'd have your rathers, you'd rather get the ball to Redfern or to Kobe Dillon. And I think what you don't want to do if you're Beckley is throw the ball back toward Bluefield's basket. And the ball comes into Kobe Dillon, and he gives it to Redfern, and there's the foul, and Gore's fouled out of the game. And I guess he felt they didn't have any choice, but with 21.6, it'll be 2 shots for Elijah Redfern, and as I mentioned.
Hey, I'm glad Elijah's going to the free throw line, but why did Kobe give him the ball? You got to be able to. I'm dribbling that ball.
Right.
Well, he wanted it,
right.
But I would have kept dribbling.
That's what I'm saying. You got to hang on to it.
I would have held, yeah.
I know it's only 4% difference from the line, but still, you're a 90% free throw shooter. So big 2 free throws coming here for Elijah Redfern, and the first one is good.
This is the money ball right here. This is the money ball because you don't want to not make this and lose by 3.
And if you're Beckley, you don't want to foul. Both teams now over the limit. For a 3-point lead, Redfern. He got him. And Bluefield will call a timeout. We'll keep it here at 21.6. So with this much time, Eric, left here in regulation, Bluefield does not have to shoot a 3.
No. Play the quick basket foul game.
I'll let you know that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Edward Jones. Edward Jones, Heather Cantley, your financial advisor. You can dial up Heather Cantley at 304-254-9995. Also, tonight's game brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. The only number you need to know is 304-253-HELP. Well, the one thing about it, Eric, tomorrow I think they're going to be in store for the same thing down at Brush Fork as what we're seeing here tonight.
Yeah, it'll just run it back because this is exactly what you're going to get in that atmosphere. But you have to enjoy this high school basketball atmosphere. The cheering section for Beckley's really been showing up the last couple of games, and they have to understand. I think students need to understand. That gives the home team a lift, and Bluefield will have a big crowd down waiting on Beckley tomorrow.
And Eric, I think Beckley's a complete different team after the Shady game. I think they're really making their push for the stretch run and on into the postseason.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And we talked about it, and this is what you need. This kind of atmosphere and these kind of games when you want to make a push for the state tournament.
If you're Beckley, you want to make Bluefield work to get the ball up the floor, but you don't want to foul it because Beckley's both teams over the limit.
With good spacing here.
Here's Harrison.
And RJ can knock it down too.
He gets into the lane. They throw it out. Fields is open for the tie. He's got it. He was wide open, and he drains up 3. Last shot time for Beckley. Redford on the move into the lane. King puts it up and in. Good. Bluefield calls a timeout. The clock kept running. Bluefield called a timeout. There's got to be at least 6 or 7 seconds.
I thought it was 4.1.
Well, the clock never stopped. It just kept running.
I think it was 4.1 when it went in.
We'll see if we got a look at the clock, but definitely they got to adjust it.
6.
Yeah, there's 6 seconds. Yeah,
it's going to be 6.
Yeah, there should be 6 seconds left. But what a play that was. They're going to put 5.4. Plenty of time for Bluefield to get the ball up the floor. Now, if you're Beckley, you can't foul because you're over the limit. But what a play by Redford, just attacking the basket and laying it down for King, who was able to finish.
But what back-to-back great plays, if you could run the one that Bluefield scored on, is the way Harrison drew the defense and knew where to find Fields for the spot up.
And, Eric, I think if I'm Bluefield with 5.4, I'm getting the ball up, and I think I'm going to take a 3 for the win.
Well, they have the shooters.
Right, and I think because you don't have a lot of time, you got to push it up. You might be able to make one pass, but you got to go because they got to go the length of the floor. And if you're Beckley, you don't want to foul.
And that was Fields that knocked down the go-ahead, right?
Right.
Or the tie.
Or the tie. You don't want to foul if you're Beckley. 5.4 regulation. Bluefield's got to go. And Bluefield will call a timeout with 2.7. Now it gives you a lot of options, Eric, by throwing the ball in the post to get a 3-point play the old-fashioned way, perhaps a win.
Man, it's great coaching here, right?
Yes, great coaching.
Great coaching.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it here.
That's why I also put somebody on the ball.
Right.
I mean, sometimes, you can't
just let them bring it up the way they did.
Yeah.
But, whatever they do, Eric, it's got to be quick. If you get it in, and I'm not sure if it'll be on the far side or here on the near side.
They got to take it out here.
Here on the near side. But with 2 point, now they put 3.2. So that's enough time for a catch, a screen, and a 3 if they choose to do that.
It's wild that they put 3.2 because I was looking when he got right there. The extra ticks went off the clock when he caught a timeout.
Well,
I was thinking that. A good job of reffing here.
Yeah. Because one thing, on that basket by King, the clock just kept going.
Hey, well, you know what happens.
Yeah, you get excited.
You get caught up. That's why I could never keep clock or something like that.
If you're Beckley, you can't foul. They're going inbound across the way. You cannot foul if you're Beckley.
You gotta stick with the guy who takes the ball in too, because I remember UNC, North Carolina lost a national championship with a play set up just like this, the trail guy.
Beckley's going to call a timeout. Now, they call a timeout, Eric, to see how Bluefield was going to line up, but don't you think now Bluefield will change it?
Yes.
I never understood it.
It's
They say
just
all the time,
gamesmanship.
I know it is.
Gamesmanship.
But listen, the thing about it is, I think in a situation like this, you can't have too many timeouts. You've got to really stress your kids. Here's what we got to do. We can't foul. We can't leave shooters. I think if you're Beckley, that's what Ron kids tell them. You can't foul. You can't leave shooters.
Yes, make it a tough drive and hoop, and don't foul. Don't foul on the drive either.
If they beat you off the dribble and they get inside the 2, and even if they make it, it won't beat you.
Yes.
You just can't leave shooters they can
For a
drive
3.
and find somebody for a 3 that can beat you. That's the strategy for Beckley. But if you're Bluefield, you got to get it. You got to go quick. 3.2. And I think Bluefield, you really got to take the best available shot.
I like how he's trying to whisper to it, and Hawthorne was right in the middle of it. Zion was listening to their huddle.
All right, here we go. Now King's going to back off, the one throwing it in. They throw a lob, and it's off the blackboard, and Beckley will get it, and they'll win the game. No time went off the clock. That time when it should have ran, it didn't.
That
should be the game.
3.2 seconds, easy.
Yeah, and there was not a foul. Coach Kidd out there in midcourt saying, what the heck's going on? But I was really surprised, Eric.
Can you run it?
They called a foul. But I was really surprised that Bluefield went for the lob. Right there.
They called the foul. Okay.
But if Hawthorne makes them both, that's the game. But I was really surprised they went for the lob. So Hawthorne,
that's a hard pass to make.
He can seal it if he makes them both, and he made the first one. But remember, tomorrow night they'll go at it again. Less than 24 hours, 50 miles away at Bluewell. And to seal the deal by Hawthorne, good ball game. Beckley's going to win this one. They're going to stop Bluefield's 7-game winning streak. A hard-fought, tough game. Your final score, Beckley 64, Bluefield 60. Wow, we got to take our breath. We'll take a break. We'll come back and recap right after this on Video Productions.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done. It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Northside, where everybody rides. Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC, Route 19 in Summersville on Northside Drive. Brand new professional grade GMCs for less, including ready for work heavy duties, Chevy Silverados, Equinox, and more at Northside. A new generation of luxury is here. Experience the new Buick at Northside Chevrolet Buick GMC, Route 19 in Summersville. Browse our enormous inventory now at northsidewv.net.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state Senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
Well, back in Beckley, and wow, got to take a deep breath. One thing for sure, Eric, the paid attendance, they definitely got their money's worth tonight as Beckley wins a thriller. They beat Bluefield 64-60. We'll recap the game brought to you by Cracker Barrel, locations in Beckley and Princeton. Well, kind of got my throat a little hoarse after that. And also tonight's game, the scoring recap is brought to you in part by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. The number you need to know is 304-253-HELP. Well, it was a 6-2 Bluefield lead after Beckley scored the first point. Bluefield had 6 in a row. Bluefield then, the game was tied. Beckley then took a 2-point lead, 14-12 at the end of the first quarter. Beckley opened that lead to 34-23 at the break. And Beckley had his biggest lead at 14 at 37-23 in the third quarter. But Bluefield came roaring back, and they trimmed the Beckley lead to 4, 48-44. What a heck of a fourth quarter. Back and forth we went. Beckley leading most of the way in that fourth quarter before Bluefield took a 55-53 lead. Back and forth we went, and Beckley able to hold them off at the end. As Beckley beats Bluefield 64-60. Beckley's now won 3 in a row. They are 8-6, and this loss will snap Bluefield's 7-game winning streak, and they are now 9-3. Well, we've got to take another deep breath. When we come back, we'll go inside the numbers with Eric, and we'll do it on the other end of the break right here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
And we welcome you back to Beckley. Wow, everybody got to collect their breath. What a thriller as Beckley defeats Bluefield 64-60. We're going to go inside the numbers. Inside the Numbers brought to you by Modley's Plumbing and Heating. The only number you need is 304-253-HELP when you have a plumbing issue. Also, Inside the Numbers are brought to you by Infinity Coal Company. If you want to work close to home, you can come and join the team at Infinity Coal. They're located in Sophia, West Virginia, which has been in operation since 2011. And you can apply for a job online at United Coal Company on their Facebook page, or you can pick up an application at the Guard Shack on Independence Road there in Sophia. Well, Eric, I'm going to let you dive into the numbers. I need to take a breath of this thrilling Beckley victory, 64-60. Losing my voice here over Bluefield.
Okay, thank you, Maris. Final score, as you said, 64-60, and the scoring goes like this. Beckley made 15 2-point field goals and only 4 3-point field goals. Bluefield made 14 field goals from 2 and 7 from 3, Maris. And Beckley, this is where the game was won. Beckley shot 24 free throws and made 21. That's 88%. Bluefield shot 13 and made 8 at 62%. And leading the way for Bluefield in scoring was R.J. Harrison. He's everything as advertised, as he had 16 points to lead the way for Bluefield. Sincere Fields had 12, and he had some big buckets and a big 3 to tie the game at 60. And we thought it might have been overtime, but Beckley was able to drive down, and take the lead. Cameron Gore, the team's second leading scorer, who ended up fouling out, he had 8 points and didn't have his typical night, as he didn't get to the free throw line and only made 2 threes on the evening. And Glenn Keene had 8 points to round out the scoring for Bluefield. For Beckley, they had 3 players hit double figures. Elijah Redfern had 18 and was 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Zion Hawthorne had 18, Maris, and he was 4 of 4 from the free throw line. And Jalen Walton had 13 and was 3 of 5 from the free throw line. Nazir King had 6 points, none bigger than the 2-point bucket, to put him ahead off the assist from Elijah Redfern. And Preston Clary had 6 points, but he was big at the free throw line, 6 of 6 at the free throw line. And I'm going to leave Kobe Dillon for last, because he only had 3 points, but it was a big 3 that I thought to really ignite Beckley in that second quarter, and he played a well of a game defensively. But if you'd have told me that Kobe Dillon, you coming in this game, and he only scores 3 points and only has one good look at the three, missed probably 3 others, and Beckley pull out a win. That shows you that they're getting a lot of contribution and balance from other players.
Yeah, and like you said, they win the game at the line, and that really what was the difference of the game in a tight game like this. I got to catch my breath. I got to get my throat back together. We'll take one final break, and we'll come back and we'll recap this here on the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show right here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
When you're repping the blue and gold, staying ready is key.
That's why we hit up Little General Stores, our go-to when the clock is ticking.
At LG, they're hustling to cover your daily needs, fueling you both on and off the court.
From the finest snacks to a team that's always ready to assist, Little General Stores is the ultimate stop.
You can rest easy knowing LG has all your essentials.
Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
Find out more at lgstores.com.
And we welcome you back one last time here in Beckley. And boy, Eric, this was everything we thought it was going to be. Beckley wins the ball game 64-60 with the win. Beckley's now won 3 in a row. They are now 8-6. And Bluefield's 7-game winning streak has been snapped 9-3. But tomorrow, these two teams will meet again. And what they'll do is they'll go to Bluefield and actually Bluewell, and they'll play at the Brush Fork Armory, a 6 o'clock tip. And for the ones out there thinking, why are they playing back-to-back like the old NBA days, it's because tomorrow is a makeup game. So Beckley was able to serve on their own home court and hold serve with this win. Now, I think tomorrow's game is going to be very similar, I do think, to this one when the two teams will meet at Brush Fork tomorrow evening.
I'm going to use our old school playground analogy. You know how it is. Bluefield said, let's run it back. If you never wanted to be the last one to lose the game, you want to run it back. And the champions, the guy that won the game says, nah, we're out of here. But Beckley's going to have to get on that bus tomorrow and go down to a rowdy, raucous Bluefield crowd, and it's going to be exciting to watch.
Yeah, it'll be a quick turnaround for both teams, but like you said, it's like playground. Beckley won on their playground. Now we'll see if Bluefield will hold serve. Well, that'll do it here for tonight. It was a thrilling game for our entire staff here, for the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, who produced and direct beautifully as he always does, for Jackie Moon, our cameraman. For Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry repeating the final score. Beckley beats Bluefield 64-60. Good night, everybody.